Welcome back to Fayetteville High Schools. We're getting set for boys action here between the Summertown Eagles and the Fayetteville Tigers. Brian Long alongside Will Pettis here tonight as Adam Lindsay's home sick. Wishing Adam the best and heal up quick.
He might be watching us, so we better be on our game.
Yeah. So the Eagles tonight looks the normal starting five: Kurt Burleson, Leighton Sherman, Sawyer Sherman, Andrew Mabry, and Cole Campbell. So Summertown comes into the game 12-4, Fayetteville City 1-10, and you know I've heard the old saying about they make the team picture look good. Looking at Fayetteville City warm up, it's just hard to imagine they're 1-10. So.
I know that's what I thought. Just the eye test, and again I saw them in here shooting while I was setting up. There's some good shooters too. So I don't think that's anyone that you could just coast against and expect to win.
No. Yeah. Now, I do know they've had a couple of deflections or defections lately. A couple of kids have left the team, but they're still going to be very athletic, very up and down. I look for a very high-paced, a lot of action in this game.
Absolutely. And might have a few players under the weather, I've heard.
Yeah, and Kurt's he's not 100%. I know Wes told me it's shoot around today, but he's out there. He's ready to give it a go. As it's set to tip it off will be Kurt Burleson for the Eagles, and can't see the number yet for the young man from Fayetteville City. As the officials are over talking to scorekeepers and the Fayetteville City now. So, I didn't notice who they called out for the starters, but they just swapped one out. That's number 10, Eli Gross. Will tip it up against Burleson. We got Manuel Eddings. We got number 1, E.J. Blake. We got number 0, Keeson Reese. And
well, now the tallest kid on the court came to jump center. It's like, why wasn't he there to start with?
Yeah. I'm thinking there must have been some kind of administrative error here. And don't look like they're going to be a technical, but
no technicals or nothing like that.
So here we are set for the tip. Tip controlled by Kurt Burleson. He'll tap it back to Sawyer Sherman. Here come the Eagles. Sawyer stops, pops, 23, bouncing, no good. Battle for the rebound. Kurt Burleson's got it. Kurt spins into the lane, up, under, and good. Kurt Burleson, another strong move. Off to a good start after that 35-point effort the other night, Will, at Lewis County. Cole Campbell with the steal. Gives over to Leighton Sherman. And layup good.
Should have been a foul called there, too.
Summertown out of the gates quick. Summertown into full court pressure. Ball slapped away. Campbell comes up with it. He kicks in the corner to Leighton. Leighton skips over to his brother Sawyer. Sawyer, top of the key. Kurt Burleson into the lane. 15-footer. Bang. Kurt Burleson's got 4. 6-0. 7:17 to play, and we got a timeout on the floor by Fayetteville City. It's going to be a 30-second. We're going to keep it right here and try to get caught up, Will. So we got Burleson's got 4 already, and Leighton Sherman has 2 for the 6-0 lead as Summertown comes out and jumps on them early. And Cole Campbell and Sawyer Sherman wreaking havoc on the front end of the press.
Right, yeah, in both cases, the ball came right here in this corner here, and they were able to get a deflection on the pass and to get quick points after. So great start to this game. Just like caught Fayetteville off guard there.
7:17 to go in the first. Summertown still in full court pressure. It's Gross in the backcourt. He gets it ahead to number 21. That's Carter. Carter still in the backcourt across the timeline. He's called for the double dribble.
I thought that too. It was a little delayed on the whistle, but double dribble there.
So Leighton, Sawyer Sherman plays it in. Here comes Cole Campbell across the timeline. Cole gives back to Sawyer. Skip past Leighton. Leighton for 3. No good. Rebound. Slapped around. It'll go out of bounds. No, it won't save, but Cole Campbell picks it up. Cole gives to Sawyer. Sawyer back to Cole in the corner. Looks inside Mabry. Now Cole all the way in. Basket slapped away. Picked up by number 1, Blake. Blake takes it all the way home. Layup. No good. Rebound. Leighton Sherman. He loses it out of bounds. It'll be.
That's the first time the ball's been on this side of the court.
Fayetteville basketball under their own basket.
Fayetteville.
We played over a minute. You're right, Will. First time I got it across the timeline. Ball comes into number 21, Carter.
Yeah.
Carter has it stolen by Campbell. Campbell into front court. Gives over to Kurt. Kurt's going to gun a three. Rattles. No good. Battle for the rebound. Mabry has it. Mabry over to Sawyer Sherman. In the corner to his brother Layton. Layton inside Kurt. Kurt spins. Jump hook. No good. Rebound. Fayetteville City stolen by Cole Campbell. Cole, he goes up. He's going to be fouled. And he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. And, Will, I'm going to say Fayetteville City feels like there's about 8 Summertown Eagles out there right now.
That's kind of how I feel, too. Have to keep checking and make sure we don't have too many out there.
Nope, it's not going to be on the shot. I don't know how, but it's going to be Summertown basketball under their own basket. Campbell to play it in. Campbell looking, gets it into Burleson.
Definitely on the shot. Definitely on the shot.
Mabry, Layton Sherman. Over to Cole. Cole from 22. No good. Rebound. That's Gross of Fayetteville City. Gross in the backcourt. Now gets it ahead to number 35. White. White has it slapped away. Stolen by Sawyer Sherman. Ahead to Cole Campbell. Layup up and good. Cole Campbell with the bucket. Summertown leads 8-2. I think it's 2.
8-0.
Oh, they missed that layup, didn't they? Yeah,
they missed it.
8-0. Gross into front court. Gives over to 0, Reese. Reese over to 21, Carter. Carter has it stolen. Stapped around by Layton Sherman. Picked up by Cole Campbell. Campbell layup. Good. Cole Campbell. He's got 4, 10-0. 5:35 to play. Gross in the backcourt. He's trapped. Campbell and Sawyer Sherman. Blake or Reese with it. Reese has it stolen by Layton. Layton up. Shot. Good. And he was fouled. And Will Pettis, I don't know if you're Summertown, if you could have asked for a much better start.
No, I mean, all 5 of them out there, just everybody's getting their hands on every pass, it seems like. I don't know if they've completed a pass or our hands hadn't got on it.
Yeah, nothing's clean for them, is it?
Right.
It's not.
And then the turnovers are turning them into quick points.
Layton Sherman free throw, good. Layton's got 5. Into the game comes Graham Howell and Jackson Bennett. Out will go Mabry. Out will go Sawyer Sherman. And we're going to get another timeout here on the floor by Fayetteville City. It's going to be a full. So with 5:25 to play in the first, Summertown 13, Fayetteville 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Arts, crafts, stationery, journals, books, educational toys, wrapping paper, devotionals, greeting cards, and much more can all be found at Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg. Shop local to find the perfect gift or have a custom gift basket made for just the right occasion. Paper and Thread has a party room now available for birthdays, classes, and so much more. We could go on and on about all the neat things you'll find at Paper and Thread, but you just need to hop in your car and head down there. 106 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg is where you'll find them and discover what makes Paper and Thread awesome.
And welcome back to Fayetteville High School, where we're about to begin action after the timeout. Fayetteville City basketball, they're being pressed full court by Summertown. Reese in the backcourt, gets it over to Gross. Gross being trapped, now gets it over to Reese. Reese across the timeline to Gross. Gross into the lane, his running 5-footer bouncing, no good. Battle for the rebound, Kurt Burleson. He gives over to Cole Campbell. Here come the Eagles. Cole in the corner to Layton. Layton Sherman thought about a 3, kicks out to Burleson. Burleson down the lane, shot up, no good. Burleson tip, good. Kurt Burleson, he's got 6. 15-0. Eagles. Reese in the backcourt. Gives over to Gross. Gross still in the backcourt. He's trapped, needs help, gets back to Reese. Reese ahead to number 35. That's White. White gives to Reese. He's trapped. Tries to go to White. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch, Kurt Burleson. It'll be Fayetteville basketball. Now Ryder Blackwood in. Out will go Cole Campbell for a break. Ryder Blackwood, the sophomore, checks in for the first time. Gross into Reese. Reese to Gross. He's being trapped. Now gets it to number 1, who kicks it out to number 5. That is Hobbs. He knocks down the 3. 15-3, Fayetteville on the board. Blackwood into front court to Layton Sherman, to Kurt Burleson. His jumper battle's no good.
I think it was deflected.
White in the backcourt has it slapped away, goes out of bounds. Good defense, Ryder Blackwood creating the turnover. It'll be Summertown basketball. side front court. As Sawyer comes back in, Layton gets a blow. Pass comes in to Jackson Bennett. Bennett drives. Looks like Fayetteville City into his 2-3 zone. Back up front, Blackwood around to Jackson Bennett. Jackson, skip pass over to Ryder Blackwood. Ryder inside Kurt Burleson, 15-footer, good. Kurt Burleson.
Yeah, it really shows he's not feeling well.
Yeah, he's got 8, 17-3. Fayetteville City's Reese with it. Reese is going to be fouled. Summertown a little over-aggressive on the trap.
Yeah. That's just the first foul of the game for Summertown.
And Andrew Mabry comes in. Kurt Burleson's going to get a quick blow. He of the 8 points here in the first quarter.
He does look pretty tired, actually, over there on the bench.
Reese in the backcourt. Cut off by Blackwood. He kicks it back to Gross. Gross back to Reese across the timeline. Reese in trouble. Now gives to Hobbs. He'll gun another 3. No good. Rebound Jackson Bennett. Bennett for the Eagles wants to run. Across the timeline. Sets the offense out between the circles. Bennett to Ryder Blackwood inside Graham Howell. Graham drives to the basket. Strong move by Graham Howell. No good. Rebound picked up by Sawyer Sherman. Back to Jackson Bennett for 3. No good. Rebound is Manuel Eddings of Fayetteville. He gives over to Gross. Gross back to Reese. Reese skips that out there to Gross. Gross out between the circles. Gives over to Hobbs. Hobbs will gun another 3. This one's no good. Rebound Graham Howell. Good strong rebound by Graham. He gives over to Jackson Bennett. Here come the Eagles. Bennett. Skip pass over to Sawyer Sherman, who gives back to Ryder Blackwood. Back to Sawyer for 3. No good. Battle for the rebound. It's Eddings of Fayetteville. Fayetteville's Reese has it. Reese in the backcourt now across the timeline. Reese splits the double team, in up for the jumper battle. No good. Rebound Jackson Bennett.
Doing a great job on the board so far.
Bennett. Out between the circles. Fayetteville City into the 2-3. Ryder Blackwood with it on the right wing. Skip pass over to Jackson Bennett. Bennett going to drive all the way in. Now skips it out. Blackwood swing pass around Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer had the 3. Now nice pass inside Graham Howell. Great pass, Will Pettis by Sawyer Sherman.
Couldn't draw it up any better.
Reese over to Hobbs. Hobbs shot no good. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be a hell ball. Alternating possession will belong to Fayetteville City.
Watch the replay of this pass here.
I mean, it was just a beautiful, beautiful
play.
play.
We got Sherman for the shot. No, he
Drives
penetrates.
and then just gets an easy one.
Yep.
Good unselfish play by the Eagles. Jack Hallmark in for Summertown. Cole Campbell re-enters. Pass slapped away by Mabry. Mabry. It goes to Reese. Reese back to Gross. His 3. No good. Battle for the rebound. It's Hallmark. Hallmark, the sophomore, racing into front court. Ahead to Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer into the lane. Now kicks out to Cole for 3. Cole Campbell. No good. Battle for the rebound. Graham Howell's got it.
Yeah.
Goes inside to Cole. Cole, reverse layup. No good. Rebound Eddings of Fayetteville City. Summertown, a couple of good looks at it.
Yeah.
Gross across the timeline. Picked up by Sawyer Sherman. Pass overstole by Jack Hallmark. Hallmark going to take it home. Layup blocked. Rebound by Reese of Fayetteville. Reese racing across the timeline. Ahead to number 21 for Fayetteville. His 3 up, no good. Rebound Eddings back up, good. And he was fouled on by Graham Howell as Manuel Eddings had inside position. Good strong rebound and puts it in.
Yeah, Summertown didn't have anybody on the offside boards there.
As Leighton Sherman will come in, Kurt Burleson will come in. Out will go Graham Howell. Out will go Andrew Mabry. For the Eagles, we got Hallmark, Sherman, Campbell, and Burleson.
All right, so.
Lane violation.
Okay.
And it's Summertown basketball. 19-5, your score. A minute 10 to play here in the first.
That kid just came up and talked to him while he was shooting.
Campbell.
Can't do
Sawyer
that,
Sherman to Leighton Sherman for 3. Bang. Leighton Sherman knocks it down. Leighton's got 8. 22-5. Reese in the backcourt gives to Gross. Gross ahead back to Reese across the timeline. Reese working on Sawyer Sherman. Has it slapped away. Reese all the way home. Layup good. Tough shot by Reese. Nice athletic play. Cole Campbell in backcourt. Across the timeline. 35 seconds. Campbell Sawyer Sherman. Leighton Sherman. Leighton for another three. Bang! 2 in a row. Leighton Sherman.
I don't know. Are they still in their 2-3 zone there?
Yep.
So they may not stay in it much longer.
Gross. Across the timeline. His pass deflected by Kurt Burleson. Picked up by Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer has it tied up. It'll be Summertown basketball on the alternating possession. Another good trap there by Will. Good hands by Kurt and Sawyer picks up the loose ball. Sawyer Sherman to Cole Campbell. Down on the baseline to Kurt Burleson. Out front, Sawyer. Extra pass over to his brother Leighton. Leighton puts it on the floor. Inside Kurt. Kurt up, under, rolling, no good. Rebound, Kurt Burleson. Pump fake, back up, and good. Kurt.
Right at the buzzer, too.
Kurt Burleson with 10, and that's where the first quarter will win. Summertown 27, Fayetteville 7. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Hi, I'm Jeff Overton from Mars Hill Baptist Church. Welcome to the Mars Hill Minute. Last week we talked about the brand new year that we're all into right now, and I want to encourage you. I know as you started out this year, maybe you had some goals that you set for the end of the year, a place you wanted to be. Maybe you wanted to have a bigger house, new car, new job, whatever it might be that you're shooting for. Let me encourage you with a word from God. He says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. That's what I want to encourage you to do this year. Let's pursue the things of God. Let's seek his righteousness. And as we go after those things, he says he'll bless us. And I promise you this, the blessings of God will far exceed anything we could ever do on our own. And so I don't know what your plans are for this year. You're already halfway through the month. But as you begin, why not stop and think, am I pursuing the things that Christ has for me? Am I joining him in worship? Am I spending time in his word? Am I seeking him in prayer? Maybe if you'd pursue these things when we come.
And welcome back to second quarter action. Just underway. Fayetteville basketball. Let's play it side front court. Reese with it. Working on Mabry. Reese picks up his dribble. Goes into number 1, Blake. Blake gives out to Carter. Carter shot up. No good, but it's going to bounce and hit the support. Turn it over. It'll be Summertown basketball. Into the game for the Eagles, we have Mason Neal, Andrew Mabry, Ryder Blackwood, Jackson Bennett, and Graham Howe. 27-7 your score. Summertown by 20. Howe with it. Gives over to Neal. Neal puts it on the floor. Got a lane to the basket. Oh, nice skip pass out to Jackson Bennett. Drives his runner, rolling up. Good. Nice strong move by Jackson Bennett. Good to see him back, Will. Starting to get his legs under him a little bit from his injury.
Just in time.
Reese ahead to Hobbs. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch, Fayetteville. Summertown basketball. The Summertown pressure just causing all kind of problems here for Fayetteville City.
Causes problems for me as the cameraman, too, trying to keep up with everything.
Graham Howell in the backcourt. Brings it across the timeline. Gives to Mason Neal. Neal drives his running shot up off the glass. Good. Mason Neal, the sophomore, with the bucket. 31-7 your score. 7 minutes to play in the second period. Reese across the timeline. Gives over to Carter. Carter, he's trapped. Needs help. Gets it out of there to Reese. Reese. Mabry's got him. Blackwood's got it. Blackwood steals it. Here come the Eagles. Ryder Blackwood across the timeline ahead to Andrew Mabry. Mabry, he's going to take it all the way home. Reverse layup. Good. Andrew Mabry. And it's going to be another timeout by Fayetteville City. 6:46 to play in the second. It's all Summertown here early, Will. 33-7 your score. We'll be back in 60 seconds. And we're back here, Will. 6:46 to play in the second. Summertown 33, Fayetteville 7. And, Will, I think this is the definition of coming out and trying to take care of business early.
Absolutely.
Fayetteville City with it in the backcourt. That back stolen by Blackwood. Blackwood goes up. He's going to be fouled. So Ryder Blackwood with another steal.
I'm glad we're not keeping up with steals over here tonight.
Oh, Blackwood, I thought he was going to get 2 free throws. They're calling that on the floor. So it'll be Summertown basketball under their basket. Blackwood set to play it in for the Eagles. Blackwood. Whoop. Now we're going to let the sub come in. That's pretty late for what they normally do. White comes in. Out goes Eddings. Blackwood. Set to play it in. Looks for help. Gets it out there to Jackson Bennett out between the circles. Bennett. Gives to Howe. Howe. Fayetteville City in the 2-3. Mason Neal for 3. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Andrew Mabry. Andrew with it. Needs help. He's trapped. He gets it out there to Howe. Good job by Andrew Mabry getting the rebound. Mason Neal drives baseline, skips it out there to Jackson Bennett. Bennett drives all the way in, running shot up. Good by Jackson Bennett.
Very nice looking move there.
35-7. White has it in front court. Needs help. Trapped by Blackwood, trapped by Howell. Has it slapped away by Blackwood. Now Reese picks it up. Out near the timeline, slapped away again by Blackwood. Gross has it. He's going to stop. Pop from 3. Battle for the rebound. Mason Neal. Here come the Eagles. As Coach West Long getting 5 fresh guys set to come back in. Blackwood against the 2-3 to Jackson Bennett. He's going to gun a 3. Bang! Oh. Jackson Bennett. Welcome back, Jackson. 38-7, Summertown. Ball stolen, slapped away by Mabry, picked up by Neal. His shot in the lane, no good. Rebound almost by Graham. How now stolen by Blackwood. Oh.
Well.
That's tough play right there. Blackwood looked like had a read on it, had the steal. That might have been one of them foul calls. Let's just give them a break, Will.
Yeah.
I mean, so into the game for Summertown. Campbell, Sherman, Hallmark, Burleson. 38-7, 5:25 to play.
That may have been a foul.
Reese in the backcourt. Reese gives it over to Carter. Carter in the corner to Hobbs. Hobbs has it slapped away by Burleson. Hobbs gets it back. Drives in, gives over to White. White shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Number 10, Gross. Gross scramble for the loose ball, and that's what Layton had the same response we did sitting here.
I tell you, I don't normally have this close of a view of the players and seeing their facial expressions, but he certainly had one there.
So Layton's on the scramble for the ball. He gets called for the foul. Reese to play it in. Reese needs help. Cole Campbell slaps it away. Reese gets it into Gross. His turnaround 15-footer, no good. Rebound, slapped away. Oh, nice play. Sawyer Sherman taps it and runs it down. Gives it in the corner to Hallmark. Hallmark for 3, short. Rebound, Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer. Oh, gives to Kurt. Kurt Burleson up, no good, but he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. You know, your old coach, Coach Phil Willard, Cole Campbell, you know, Coach Willard used to keep up with deflections.
He did.
And you think about the deflections that all these guys get, but it seems like Cole's just getting them every time.
I think Cole might have so many that Phil might change his mind about keeping up with it.
Burleson's free throw, no good.
And that's true. He didn't mind. You know, it wasn't necessarily turnovers. He just wanted to know deflections. How many times you get your hand on it?
Burleson, second toss in the air, no good. Rebound Gross of Fayetteville. About the first thing that's gone wrong for Kurt Burleson in a couple of games.
Right. There's a couple missed free throws.
White has it go through his hand. Hobbs picks it up. Reese has got it. Reese to Hobbs. He's going to gun a 3. No good. Rebound Campbell.
See more shots go in and out in this gym.
Campbell to Sherman for 3. Bang. Layton Sherman. That's his third triple. He's got 14. Gross in the backcourt. To Carter. Carter. Back to Gross. Gross into the lane. Gives to White. Nice pass there by Gross.
Beautiful pass. Yep.
41-9. Campbell with it. Bringing it across the timeline. 4 minutes to play in the first half. Campbell. Sets directing traffic. Sets the offense. Gives to Burleson. Burleson to Sawyer Sherman. Back to Burleson. Burleson back out to Sawyer Sherman to Cole Campbell. Cole to Jack Hallmark. Hallmark drives baseline. His jumper up and good by the sophomore. Jack Hallmark with the bucket. 43-9 your score. Reese in the backcourt, slapped away by Sawyer Sherman. Reese gets it back. Reese across the timeline. Out to Gross. Gross. You know, where we're setting, Will, you can see the looks on these guys from Fayetteville's face with Summertown just running everywhere. It's like almost panic.
Yeah.
Burleson across the timeline. Puts a move on White. Takes it home, layup. Good, Kurt Burleson. Kurt Burleson's got 12. It's 45-9. 3 minutes. Carter. Back to Gross. Carter needs help. Gets it over to Reese. Reese goes to drive. Has it slapped away again by Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer ahead to Cole Campbell. Cole Campbell for the layup. Good. Cole Campbell, he's got 6. It's all Summertown. 2:49 to play.
I'm not joking. I really am having a tough time keeping up with them. Trying
Carter
to talk at the same time.
to White. White up and good. And Jack Hallmark with the foul.
If that's the only thing I could say, you know, as far as the negative side of things goes, that we have given up that shot underneath a few times. They've missed a couple of them. They've made a couple of them.
So now Blackwood re-enters, Mason Neal, Graham Howell, Andrew Mabry, and Jackson Bennett.
You know, there was no JV game today.
Summertown just
so maybe we'll get to see some of the JV play quite a bit in this one.
Summertown is coming at them in waves. White, free throw good as he completes the three-point play. 2:35 to play in the first half, 47-12. Mabry to Mason Neal. Neal drives, now kicks out to Howell. Around to Jackson Bennett. Bennett. Mabry. Blackwood. Blackwood. Thought about a three. Now tries to go inside Mabry. Now hits a cutting Bennett. Bennett up and good. Jackson Bennett. He's got 9. 49-12. Reese in the backcourt. Ball slapped away by Blackwood. Picked up by Gross. Gross ahead to White. White back to Reese for 3. Good by Reese. 49-15 your score. Minute 55 to play in the first half. Blackwood across the timeline. Blackwood into the lane, kicks out Neal. Neal back to Blackwood. Blackwood puts it on the floor. Nice pass in the corner to Neal. Neal into the lane. His runner rolling, no good. Rebound Gross. Gross of Fayetteville. He's trapped in the backcourt. Now gets away. Across the timeline, into the lane. His running layup, good by Gross. Neal with it. Gives to Blackwood. Ahead to Bennett. Bennett down to the baseline. Back to Blackwood. Blackwood for 3. Bang! Ryder Blackwood with the three-point bucket. 52-17.
Sophomore's having a big day. Sophomore class in general is having a big day out there.
Mabry slaps the ball away on the inbounds. So now Fayetteville's going to have to throw it in at the worst possible place against full court pressure. So they'll throw it in the very, very corner. As number 1, Blake will play it in. Gets it into Reese. Slapped away by Mabry. Off of Reese's leg. Out of bounds. Good defensive pressure again by the Eagles.
Mabry's just a pest.
Bennett into Blackwood. Back to Bennett. Bennett for another 3. Bang!
Hey, this is night.
And we're going to get another timeout. This one will be a full with 1:02 to play here in the first half. Summertown 55, Fayetteville 17. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost anything, well, Tenneke Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something new, or just do it room by room. Need a new bathroom or kitchen? What about a fresh coat of paint? Even a new floor? Looking for dirt work? Tenneke has you covered. Oh, and you can even rent a dumpster from them too. That's Tenneke Properties. Visit Tenneke.com or phone 931-244-4602.
At Florida Mid-South Realty, we pride ourselves on our family values, professional service, and a deep local knowledge. With a small town feel and a personal touch, we're here to help you navigate the real estate process with ease, whether buying, selling, or renting.
Welcome back to Fayetteville High School. Summertown drops back and picks up half court. Reese across the timeline. Gives over to Blake. Blake in the corner to number 13, Divins. His shot up, no good. Rebound, Graham Howe of Summertown. Howe gives to Blackwood. Blackwood ahead to Neal. Neal's going to gun a three. No good. Rebound, slapped around. Picked up by number 30, Wilson. Wilson gives over to Reese. Reese cut off by Blackwood. Now Mabry. Blackwood slaps it away. Good hustle by Ryder. Blackwood. The Summertown Eagles are just everywhere on defense.
Bumped into Blackwood's mom there, Riley Blackwood's mom.
Pass comes into White. White in the corner to number 13, Divins. Divins back out to White. Hands are everywhere, and we're going to have a jump ball, and on the alternating possession, it'll belong to Summertown. 55-17, your score, 24 seconds to play here in the first half. Mabry into Blackwood. Blackwood to Bennett. Bennett into the lane. His runner up and rolling, rattling. No good. Rebound. Bennett's got it. And Bennett's going to be fouled. I believe Bennett's going to be fouled.
I mean, they could call Bennett over the back.
That's what I was. Nope, they get it on 30. Yeah. That's Wilson. But Summertown basketball, 14 seconds.
They've not called that all night, on either game.
Blackwood set to play it in.
14 seconds.
Looking. Gets it out to Bennett. Bennett out between the circles. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Bennett gets a screen. In the corner to Neal. 2 seconds. Neal for three. No good. And that's where your first half will end with your score. Summertown 55. Fayetteville 17. We're going to have a quick scoring breakdown here while we wait on Coach Gene. Leighton Sherman has got 14 points. Mabry 2. Blackwood 3. Neal 2. Hallmark 2. Campbell 6. Burleson 12. Howell 2. And 6, 8, 10, 12 for Bennett for your score of 55-17. Now we're going to be joined by head Lady Eagle basketball coach Jeremy Jean. Coach, 83-47. I mean, it's like we were just kind of going along, and then all of a sudden we just took complete control of this game. What was your thoughts on tonight's ball game?
I thought we started off really well, 11-3, and then we turnover, don't block out, get driven on, and it's 18-18. That's what I told the girls. They're not as bad as their record shows. Like, the 3 can play, 10 can play. They got some shooters. They got the pieces. When we finally stopped dribble penetration, it was a lot of my fault being stubborn of not changing. But we're going to do it this way or else. And we changed some things up and kept them out of the paint or didn't foul the shooter. And we got rolling offensively, and that was the biggest key, is keep them out of the paint.
Well, that was a couple things. I'm glad you said that because Will pointed about on the air, as a matter of fact, it was 18-18, and you called a timeout. Mm-hmm. And then we went on like a 16-1 run the rest of that half. And the one thing he noticed is just what you just said. We took away the straight line drive to the basket.
Yes.
And then it was just – I hate to say it, but it was over.
They struggled scoring when you didn't get to the basket.
Yeah.
But then come out in third quarter, we had a big lead at half, and we stayed in the locker room until about 2 minutes. And it just we didn't come out, and that's on me, but we didn't come out great in third quarter. But, again, we found a way to hold on to it and get that lead out toward the end.
Well, and I know you're – like most of us, we're not into individual things, but unofficially we had Ella Busby with 33 points.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's career high. And early, she was carrying us.
She was being aggressive early, and that's what she has to do, because then now they got to start figuring out how do I stop her, then it opens up other things. And I think I'm proud she finally, I don't say finally, that it happened. She was aggressive and went after it. And, when that happens for her, good things happen.
The other thing we were kind of commenting, Coach, just your thoughts. I thought it was good for us. This was a different type team you've had to guard. I mean, the quickness they had. I mean,
yeah.
And, we made nice – I know it was rough early, but we made nice adjustments.
We did. One of our players shaking hands told them it's the fastest people I've ever had to guard. So, the girls saw it too. But even with that, we still got transition points on when we got the ball out and attacked. But it's good to have to play teams that are different than us and that we see normally.
What did we wound up with? 4 people in double figures, or we had 3, or maybe I know Blackwood, Schaefer, Mason was right there.
Gabby Long contributed differently tonight instead of just shooting.
Yes, that's
yes.
Yeah, Gabby feels like she didn't play good, but she did, and that's what. Yeah, even though she didn't score a lot for us, she facilitated a lot, and she got hands on balls defensively, and she did other things for us that help us win. And that's a thing with this team. I don't think that they really care if they score or not, but she thinks that she didn't play well the first half, and it's a little of me getting on to her, but I thought she played fine.
But it's we're 15-1, so I mean. 2-0 in the district. Now we're getting ready for Mount Pleasant Friday night. Do we know much about them yet? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure the game tonight with Loretta probably was not.
It was 70-something to 9.
Oh.
It is
I know,
what it is.
it is, yeah.
We're trying. We just got to go out there and take care of business, and then next week on Tuesday it'll be a battle because Loretta's played a tougher schedule than we have. That's no doubt about that. But we've gotten better quicker. I mean, we keep getting better every game. Offensively, we're getting better and better and better.
You've gotten what you wanted to get out of the schedule we've played so far.
Yes,
I mean,
we've gotten better, and some of the teams that we've beaten early that you thought, well, why are we playing them? Now look up now, they're 14-7. They're 13. They're better than what they were at that time. So it's just. Just got to play.
So we were asking Wes at halftime of your game, just give us the rundown from the coach's point of view, what it's like when there's no school. And, I mean, trying to kind of get everything and keep everybody on the same page, and when the weather may restrict you from getting to the gym or getting to the school or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's everything's not mandatory, and most time when coaches say that back in the day, it didn't matter. You better be there. But the girls know if you can't get there, don't even try it. But it's good that Coach Porter and Coach Burleson let us, if it's safe, the gym's open. So we just try to get in the gym and get them out of bed. Like today, we went a little earlier than we did yesterday. Get them out of bed, try to keep a routine. But if that happens again next week, I don't know. You just got to. It used to bother me when I was younger about missing school and missing on game days, but now I enjoy it much as they do being off.
Well, Wes even commented, and I hadn't noticed it, that we've had more games on days we didn't have school so far this year than
it probably is. Yes.
I mean, so, hey, one thing for when you get home, so there's a lot of people watching the game at your house, and they sent word back that Hallie said that I sounded good, just not as good as Pat McAfee.
That's
So, I don't know. So
that's good.
That's good. I know you missed having them here tonight, school tomorrow, long trip. But anyway, well, Coach, congratulations on another win and how the season's going. We look forward to talking to you Friday night after hopefully another Lady Eagle win. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Again, halftime, your score, Summertown 55, Fayetteville 17. We'll be back in about 4 minutes.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
For the best at-home care in Lawrence County, the Summit at Home is the right company for you. We have a friendly staff over 25 that is trained, educated, and qualified to help with all your needs within your household. Our non-medical services include transportation, housework, dressing, and companionship. We are also covered by most long-term care providers. For more information, please call 931-762-2310.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you as an employee a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores.
And welcome back, Brian Long and Will Pettis. About ready to begin the third quarter. Will been all Summertown here tonight, 55-17 at half. It'll be Fayetteville basketball to start the third period.
It was 6-0. Summertown within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the floor for Summertown is Campbell, Sawyer Sherman, Leighton Sherman, Howell, and Andrew Mabry. Fayetteville City with the three. It's slapped around out of bounds. Last touch by Summertown. It'll be Fayetteville basketball under their own basket. Reese set to play it in. Reese. Ball deflected by Campbell. There he is again. Picked up by Howell. Gives over to Campbell. Campbell racing into front court. Got a lane to the bucket. Strong left-hand layup. Good. Cole Campbell. He's got 8.
You know, that's what happens when you have to respect the three so much. You know, you don't want to just collapse in on the guy dribbling in. And so he faked the pass to the three-point shooter and took the easy layup.
Hobbs for 3. No good. Rebound Leighton Sherman. Leighton for Summertown across the timeline. Leighton gives to Andrew Mabry. Andrew over to Cole Campbell. Cole drives baseline. Reverse layup. Good by Cole Campbell. He's in double figures with 10. Nice strong move by the senior. Reese over to Gross for 3. It's good. That might have been the old Steve Walker offense. Let's shoot it before we turn it over. And it went in. Cole Campbell to Andrew Mabry. Leighton Sherman for 3. There's the answer. Bang. Leighton Sherman.
You know, at that time he didn't shoot it in stride.
No.
You know, he kind of faked the pass and then shot it.
Gross drives. Now trapped in the corner. Gets to White. White back to Gross. He's going to gun a 3 from the corner. Good. Gross is a shooter. 62-23. Campbell into front court to Leighton Sherman. Leighton will gun a 3.
Oh, he's hammered
and
too.
He's going to be fouled, and Leighton will go to the line for 3 free throws. You start shooting a 3, like you said, Will, and they start running at you hard. You get that sometimes.
Let's see if I don't know if I caught it. Yeah, it was an accident. At first I thought, man, he was going after him, but it was an accident.
First free throw, good. Sherman, second toss, good.
Lead is up to 41.
Sherman has 19, gunning for 20. Rolling, he's got 20, unofficially. 65-23, 42-point lead for the Eagles. Reese in the corner to Baker. Baker has it slapped away, picked up by Howe. Howe gives over to Mabry. Mabry wants to run. Mabry across the timeline. Puts a move on, now gives Sawyer Sherman. Thought about a three, puts it on the floor, running. Oh, nice pass over to Mabry, tapped around. Howe's got it. He goes to Leighton Sherman. Bang! Leighton Sherman.
Oh, well, here comes the JV.
When Summertown's shooting it well, and I believe Kurt Burleson's night is done.
Yeah.
Gross has it slapped away, picked up by Campbell. Campbell.
Lost it.
Dribble got away from him, picked up by Reese. Now Sherman has it. Sherman.
Shoot one more, Sherman.
Leighton puts a move on, kicks in the corner to Cole. Cole
right
into the lane, kicks out Sawyer for three. Rolling, no good. Rebound, Gross. Gross across the timeline to Reese, to Hobbs. Hobbs back to Reese, to Gross. Into the lane, his running 8-footer, no good. Rebound, Reese to Hobbs, to Gross. 15-footer, good. Reese got a nice shot. Gross got a nice shot. Campbell across the timeline, gives over to Mabry. Mabry to Leighton Sherman. Leighton puts it on the floor, now back to Mabry. Mabry drives baseline, strong move, partially blocked, rebound by Gross. Gross to Reese. Reese, ball stolen by Sawyer Sherman. Sawyer going to bring it home, layup, rolling, no good. Sawyer Sherman will shoot 2 free throws, but it goes unnoticed right there, Will, but what a nice job Sawyer did protecting the ball as he went up to the basket.
Yeah, he knew the contact was coming.
And almost had get the and one opportunity, but Sawyer will shoot 2 free throws. No good.
Here comes. Yeah,
I'm starting to
Blackwood's.
question if I've made a mistake because I don't have that Sawyer scored tonight.
Really?
Sure, I thought he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but it was hard to tell. I probably made a mistake. So into the game for the Eagles, we got Ryder Blackwood, we got Landon Holt, we got Mason Neal, we got Jack Hallmark, and we got Jackson Bennett. So what we got? 4 sophomores and a junior.
Right.
Blackwood with a steal.
He's had a few of those tonight.
He has, but it's slapped out of bounds. Last touch by Gross. It'll be Summertown basketball. Blackwood has them long arms, quick, deceptive hands. Blackwood across the timeline to Holt. In the corner to Bennett. Gets a screen. Bennett out front to Hallmark. Over around to Neal. Neal's going to put it on the floor, drives baseline, skip pass over, deflected, picked up, out of bounds. How is that? I think that may be a 40-point turnover right there. 69-25, Fayetteville basketball, 4 minutes to play. Blake, Gross, out between the circles. Gross going to drive, kick it out to Hobbs. Hobbs for 3, good. Hobbs knocks down the 3. Blackwood in the front court, ahead to Mason Neal. Neal puts it on the floor, drives baseline, shot up, no good. Rebound by number 4, that's Eddings. Eddings gives over to Gross. Gross ahead to Blake. It's going to go off Blake's hands, out of bounds. Turn it over to Summertown.
Well, we have a quick second. I think the last time, because now Fayetteville came to see us last year over Christmas break, I remember. Last time we were here, as Mason Neal goes for
Lays
2.
it up.
I remember us, it was a close game all the way through, but I want to say Gavin Burleson had 41 points.
40-something, yeah, big night.
I've got the replays of that somewhere. I might try to show that here in a minute. But
Hobbs, Gross, Eddings, around to Hobbs for 3, short. Rebound, Blackwood. Blackwood bring it into front court for Summertown. Across the timeline, drives, kicks it over to Neal. Neal to Holt, to Bennett. Bennett going to drive baseline. His reverse layup up. Battle for the rebound, no good. It's Gross. Got it. Gross. 71-28, just under 3 minutes in the third. Blake with it. Blake drives. Now skips it out to Hobbs. Hobbs to Gross. Gross going to gun another 3. It's good. Holt brings it across the timeline. Holt in the corner to Blackwood for three. Bang! Ryder Blackwood, his second three of the night.
So both sides of the court, Ryder's having an excellent game.
Blake across the timeline. Cut off by Hallmark. Out front, Gross. Gross stops, pops, three-pointer.
Again.
Good. Gross can shoot it. Neal with it. Neal across the timeline to Holt, to Blackwood. Hits Holt on the roll, but it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Holt. It'll be Fayetteville basketball. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to play here in the third period.
Got a 7-point Giles County lead over Lawrence County. District game there, of course.
Gross to Blake. Blake into the lane. Euro step. Ball slapped away, picked up, stolen again by Blackwood. Ryder Blackwood across the timeline. Puts a move on. Gives to Hallmark. Hallmark out front. Holt back to Hallmark. To Blackwood. Blackwood's going to gun another three. Bang! Ryder Blackwood with 3 threes. He's got 9. 77-34. A minute and a half to go here in the third period.
Yeah,
Blake.
If we're doing Clint's ball, go ahead, Jack.
Stole by Jack. Jack Hallmark racing home, layup, rolling, no good.
I'm saying if we were going to give Clint's Barbershop award out tonight, Ryder and Jackson Bennett both having big nights
Had
tonight.
strong games, haven't they? Yep. And, both those guys off the bench. I mean, that says a lot for our depth. I mean, 77-34, a minute 17 to play. Fayetteville City basketball. It comes into White. White back to number 13, Divins. Divins looks inside, now gives over to Gross. Gross into the lane, slapped away, and picked up by Gross, now over to Reese. Reese. So he'll back it out and reset it. A minute to play in the third period, 77-34. Reese drives on Blackwood. His shot up off the glass, no good. White with the rebound back up and good. White's a big man, takes up a lot of space.
I'm going to just take a guess that he plays on that football team here.
Holt to Blackwood for 4 threes. Oh, no good. It'll go out of bounds. It'll belong to Fayetteville City. 39.5 seconds to play in the third period. 77-36, Summertown. Reese across the timeline. Ball slapped away, deflected by Blackwood, picked up by Reese, over to Gross. Gross back out to Reese. Reese goes into White. Now back to Reese, who drives all the way home, layup. No good, but he's going to be fouled. And that foul's going to be on Ryder Blackwood.
Just while we have a minute, talking about the depth that Summertown has. It was just a couple of years ago we never could play a JV game because we didn't have the depth for it, and all these young kids. It's amazing just how year by year you just have one class that has a shorter Jamel athletes and the next one, and then you have one like the sophomore class where you have a surplus.
Reese toss is good. Second toss in the air, it's also good. Trims the lead to 39. 19 seconds. Blackwood across the timeline to Holt. Holt's going to gun a three. No good. Rebound. Hallmark picks it up, gives to Blackwood. He's going to drive all the way home. Layup. Good. Ryder Blackwood's in double figures. He's got 11.
It must not be a technical for the defense to slap the backboard anymore because they've done that 4 times.
Rose for 3. It's no good, and that's where the third quarter will come to an end with your score. Summertown 79, Fayetteville 38. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is your headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Are you in need of a trailer? How about a saw, tools, loaders, or even generator? Now meeting all your propane needs as well. You can find everything you need to complete your project and much more down at Old School Rentals in Loretto. Go by and let owner Ryan Smith help you today. That's Old School Rentals on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
Fourth quarter action. We'll have running clock here is on the floor for the Eagles. Landon Holt, Mason Neal, John Colby Stanley, Max Dillard, and Hayden Lindsay. Neal drives to the bucket, layup, good. Mason Neal.
Oh, he's fast.
He's got sick. He's quick. Reese across the timeline, being guarded by Neal. Reese in the corner to Hobbs. Hobbs will gun a three. It's short. Rebound Neal. Mason Neal with it, racing into front court. Neal puts a move on. Going to take it all the way home. His layup, no good. Rebound, John Kobe Stanley knocks it away. Picked up by Fayetteville. Gross has got it. Gross works on Dillard. His three, no good. Good defense there by Max Dillard.
Well, yeah, and Max is another one. He's really quick. He's got size and he's quick.
Neal with it. 7 minutes to play in the game. Neal to Dillard to Lindsey. Lindsey to Stanley to Holt. Holt to Dillard. Dillard got a lane to the basket. Oh, it's slapped away. Picked up by Hobbs. Hobbs gives to Reese. Here comes Fayetteville City. Reese to Gross. Gross looks inside. Now back to Reese. Reese, 15-footer, good. Gross and Reese can play on anybody's team. I don't care what the score is. I mean, these two kids can play. Neal to Dillard to Holt. Holt, he's going to gun a three. Bang, landed Holt. He's a shooter.
Yeah, that sophomore class.
Well, it's like you and I have talked many times. We just hope one of them can get a little more height on them.
I know.
White with it to Reese. Reese to Gross. Gross going to drive on Dillard. His runner up and good. That's a tough shot. He gets to knock down 84-42. Summertown has them doubled up.
We've got to figure out what it is about Summertown where you just can't have tall male athletes.
Neal kicks it out there to Lindsey. Lindsey puts it on the floor, drives baseline. Skip pass in the corner to Neal for 19-footer. No good. Rebound, White. He gives to Reese. But, it seems to be the opposite for our girls. We seem to have taller girls for their competition.
Yeah, we just can't have the tall male athletes at Summertown for some reason.
Reese. Into White. 5.5 minutes to play. Reese back to White. Ball slapped away by Holt. Picked back up by Reese. Shot blocked by Stanley. But we're going to get a foul. I believe they're going to call that on Langdon Stanley. But good effort there by the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, I guess John Colby is their sophomore class. He is their height.
Yeah.
Holt's getting on up there a little bit.
Reese, free throw, no good.
Back in the early middle school days, Max Dillard was one of the taller ones.
Right.
But that just, when these kids were all little boys, Eli Schaefer had all the height. He was the big man, and then he kind of stopped growing.
Reese, second toss is good. 84-43. Neal brings it across the timeline. He gives over to Dillard. Dillard over to Lindsey. Gets a screen. Back out front. Stanley to Holt. Holt into the lane. Now gives out Dillard. Dillard to Neal. Neal into the lane. All the way home. Shot up. No good. Rebound. Max Dillard. Good. Strong play there by Max Dillard.
Absolutely.
66-43. Reese out to White. Back to Reese. Reese wants to work on Neal. Now gives over to Blake. Blake drives in, cut off by Stanley. Back to Reese for three. No good. Rebound, John Kobe Stanley. He gives over to Holt. Holt across the timeline. Skips in the corner. Pass is deflected by Blake out of bounds. It'll be Summertown basketball as Holt was trying to hit Hayden Lindsey, spotted up in the corner.
Giles County has run away from Lawrenceburg now, 49-33.
Dillard to Lindsey. Lindsey, Stanley, over to Holt. Holt, he's going to pull up for three. No good. Battle for the rebound. It'll go out of bounds. Last touched by Fayetteville City. It'll be Summertown basketball.
And the Mount Pleasant-Loretta game is already over. That was another 40-point game.
Neal. Holt, back to Neal. Looking inside Stanley. There's the lob into Stanley. Stanley's pushed, comes up with it. Ball picked up in the corner by Holt. Back to Stanley. Stanley spins on White. Up and under move. No good. Strong move there by John Kobe Stanley, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws as he checks his arm when he goes to free throw line for the claw marks.
Clock still running.
3 minutes and 10 seconds to play. 86-43 Summertown. John Colby Stanley to shoot 2. Free throw, no good.
John Colby is an excellent drummer.
Oh,
if you didn't know.
No. Second toss is good. He's a drummer. His daddy's a dog trainer.
Yeah.
Comes out my place sometimes and have a place to work his dogs. It's kind of fun interesting to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, Langdon is definitely
Reese.
Gifted in his craft.
Ball stuffed away, picked up by Neal. Neal going to take it home, layup, rolling good by Mason Neal.
Least fast.
Neal has 8, 89-43, 2.5 to play. If Fayetteville's not careful here, we're fixing to get 100 if they don't slow it down just a little bit. We're going to get a foul on Lindsay.
It's the running clock has pretty much done away. I don't think since I've been live streaming I've seen a 100-point game yet.
Hallmark's going to check in. Out will go Mason Neal.
So you just foul a couple of people and they shoot free throws. It's over. You know.
Blake inbounds to Gross. Gross. Pump fake, 15-footer, no good. Rebound, Hayden Lindsay. Lindsay gives over to Hallmark. Hallmark to Dillard, to Lindsay. Lindsay for 3, no good. Rebound, Stanley. Good rebound by John Colby. He gives over to Hallmark. Hallmark takes it home, layup, rolling good. Jack Hallmark.
Summertown.
Hallmark's got 4, and that's 91 with 1:40 to play. Reese across the timeline. Now they kind of back it off a little bit. Reese, no, he takes it all the way home. Layup, up, rolling good. Summertown had cut him off, and then he hits a nice pull-up jumper. Hallmark with it. He'll bring it across the timeline, give over to Dillard, over here to Holt. Holt goes inside Dillard. Dillard, strong move to the basket, shot up, rolling good by Max Dillard.
I should have called a foul on that as well.
He's got 4.
93.
Minute 10 to play. Reese across the timeline. Gives to a cutting White, but the pass picked off by Dillard. Dillard in the backcourt gives over to Lindsay. Lindsay to Hallmark, but his pass stolen by Gross. Gross going to take it all the way home. Layup, no good, but John Colby Stanley's going to be called for the foul. Gross will be going to the line for 2 free throws. So that'll put a stop to any 100-point talk.
That'll do that. Yeah. Oh, well.
93-45.
Yeah, I tell you, Coach Willard also we talked about him a few times tonight. He hated it when we were, he didn't want us to ever break that 100-point mark.
93-46. Gross makes the first free throw. Second toss, good. 93-47. Clock running. 33 seconds to play. Here comes Landon Holt. Ahead to Hayden Lindsay. Out to Max Dillard. Over to Jack Hallmark. Hallmark to Stanley. Stanley to Lindsay. Lindsay going to drive baseline. They're going to call him for stepping out of bounds.
He was pushed.
He might have been pushed. 13 seconds, 12 seconds, Reese. 9 seconds, 7, Reese into the lane. His running hook shot, no good. Rebound, Stanley. Stanley, and that's where this game will end with your final score, 93-47, Summertown. Quick scoring breakdown here for the Eagles. Leighton Sherman finishes it with 23 points. Landon Holt with 3. Andrew Mabry, 2. Ryder Blackwood, 11. Mason Neal, 8. Jack Hallmark, 4. Cole Campbell, 10. Kurt Burleson, 12, and all those were in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Kurt didn't see much action. Howell with 2. Sawyer Sherman, 1. Stanley with 1. Dillard with 4. And Jackson Bennett with 12. So that gives us the final score of 93-47. Will, any final thoughts? I mean, just Summertown, both games.
Right, just a nice little tune-up before, because I think we've got a big consecutive streak of district games coming up right now.
Yep.
And so this was just one nice last tune-up non-district game to get us ready for the stretch. So some big games coming. Boys got a big test Friday night at Mount Pleasant. Everybody needs to be there. We'll have it on for you, but I'd much rather you be there in person cheering on the Eagles.
So the Summertown improves to 13-4 on the year, still 2-0 in the district. And as Will said, played Mount Pleasant at Mount Pleasant Friday night. So for for Will Pettis, this is Brian Long. We're saying so long from Fayetteville. We'll see you on Friday night in Mount Pleasant.